what the main themes are going to be this month. Like, what are the main things that are going to be coming up before we kind of get in depth with the tarot and the angel cards. I want to know, like, because this is like the start of a new year, it's the start of a new month, the start of a new year, but it's also the start of a new decade. So let's see what kind of things, what are we kind of bringing forward, what lessons have we learned up until now. So let me just get another couple of cards here. I'll take one more. Okay. So the first thing that I'm seeing here, we've got sacrifice. There are those worth making, and there are those that will destroy you. Dreams, vivid dream messages and dream teaching. Soul cage. Rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. Visions. Psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing and out-of-body travel. In the mirror, know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. So the first thing, like your overall kind of message for this month, I feel this is very much about the world or the environment that's around you, Taurus. I feel like over the past couple of months, you're really kind of looking at your inner circle. You're looking at your role within your own world and how you value yourself, okay? Now, I want to go back to this card, sacrifice. It says there are those that are worth making, and there are those that will destroy you. And you see how this mermaid is kind of like wading through this kind of thick oil. And you know, when you think about oil spills in the sea, how much devastation that actually causes. So maybe this is about looking at the role that you're playing in your relationships, or maybe how much that you give to others, and ask yourself, are you causing maybe more destruction, not just for yourself, but I want to talk about codependency. Is there codependent factors in your relationships? Do you perhaps take on too much within your relationship that you not only rob yourself of particular lessons, but you, by serving that other person, by carrying whatever burden it is on your shoulders, do you then rob them of whatever lessons that they need to learn by standing on their own 2 feet? Okay, so that's what I'm feeling, and I feel like this is about your kind of struggle to kind of move out of that and move into this energy where you're thinking more about you and what you want, and not, you know, people pleasing. We've got dreams. So it could be that you're tapping into your own intuition. It could be that you're tapping into your psychic ability. But look at like the thing that kind of draws me to this card is that, you know, think of jellyfish, and you know, they sting. Like, look how close they are to her. Okay, so I feel very much that this is about who is in your inner circle, the people in your life. Okay, are you stinging yourself? Are you causing yourself to be stung? Perhaps it's about removing yourself from that picture. Okay, we've got soul cage, rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. So I feel this is about very much breaking free from the roles that you've been, whatever role it is that you play within your own family dynamic or within particular relationships or friendships. You're no longer being the person that saves everybody, the person that patches everyone up. You're kind of walking away from that. What's interesting is you've got, like, we go to this card with the moon and it says visions. You can see that, like, this is a mermaid, and you can see like her shadow self behind her there. So it's kind of like about that duality, as within, so without. You know, what's going on within us is a reflection of what is what's going on outside of us is really a reflection of what's going on inside of us. So what's also interesting is that you have this card, the mirror, okay? So it's like a mirror reflection, okay? So this is this is really kind of suggesting that we need to pay attention to this message, okay? This is really about knowing yourself inside and out. This is perhaps taking, like, looking at your shadow self, looking at all parts of you, looking at your inner child, looking at every part that makes you who you are, embodying that, really getting to know yourself and, like, beneath the surface, knowing why you do what you do, knowing what programs you're running in your subconscious that is then affecting your present reality. So it looks as if we're going to have like a really insightful month, really kind of paying attention to how our thoughts create our own reality. Okay, so let's go into your cards. I'm going to use the Everyday Witch Tarot, okay, and I'm just going to ask spirits, spirit guides, just to give us a clear message for Taurus for January 20. Okay. Okay. We'll go for three for the start, the middle, and the end, right? Start, middle, and end. Okay, so what's going on in the middle of the month? Okay, I've got 2 cards. Oh, I've got 3. Okay. Okay, and let's go to the end of the month. And I'll just explain these in a little second. Those 2 want to come. Okay. So the start of the month, leaving December, going into January, we are coming in with this new sense of stability, this kind of new kind of happiness, independence. So for some of you, it could be that you are happy, you're quite happy with where you are in your life just now. I feel very much that, you know, when we're talking about just our relationships there at the start of the reading, I feel like some of you have maybe cut some people off, and maybe you're just enjoying this time away from drama, maybe away from some family members, maybe away from certain friendships. And in doing so, you're using this time to kind of get to know yourself again. I feel like maybe some of you are kind of having this alone period where you're maybe not ready to kind of maybe make new connections, or you are kind of maybe thinking about maybe kind of starting afresh. But I feel as if there is like this kind of period of healing, and it's a good thing. I feel like as the months go on, you may be ready to kind of have more like-minded people in your life. But I feel like I'm getting travel for some of you as well. I feel like some of you might be on holiday, maybe planning to get away. I don't know why, but kind of France, Paris is just kind of came into my mind. So I don't know if some of you have maybe like got a trip going on there or going somewhere specific, but I feel like there is this kind of period of rest that's happening. It's like a break from everything as the year starts. We've also got the World, okay? So this is like an exciting new chapter for you. I feel like maybe some of you have even came out of a relationship, and like this new phase in your life is a chance to, you know, really kind of get to know yourself again, get to start things over. What's interesting is that we also have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And the Three of Pentacles is usually about support. It's usually about, it can be financial, it can be study, it could be study opportunities, it could be giving the help that you need. Because it's reversed, I'm feeling that maybe like there could be this attitude that you have to do it all on your own. There could be this energy, if I want something done, I've got to do it myself. And so we could, like, although we're maybe starting off like the month in a good place with this solitary energy, you know, maybe this is about having a bit of balance and recognizing when it's good for us to ask for help, and when it's good for us to maybe be in a partnership or like be a part of something. I feel like this is very much pulling yourself away from something. So I feel like maybe even some of you could be changing jobs, changing school, changing like whatever it is that you're studying. Maybe you're changing that to something else, because I don't see support here. Okay, I don't see support here. I do feel as if like there are choices that you need to make. We've also got the Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay, now the Ten of Cups is like, when it comes to romantic connections, this is like the ideal card to have, you know, because it's the typical kind of happy ending, the happy ever after. Now it doesn't always have to mean romantic relationships. It can be family, can be friendships. So it feels as if like there's maybe like a disharmony here. There's a disharmony in some of our relationships. Again, this could be work or study. It could be that you're kind of missing community. You're missing that kind of structure of family, of that kind of family love. For those of you who have maybe like been in a relationship, maybe this is like, you know, trying to iron out some difficulties, working out what you're going to do next. Perhaps you've had, you know, some time away from the relationship, okay, with the Nine of Pentacles and the World card, and maybe you're kind of wondering whether you're going back into it or you're leaving it behind. Again, this is different messages for different people. I feel very much some of you are perhaps struggling with the family dynamic, okay? You're maybe wishing that your family wasn't quite so dysfunctional, maybe not really knowing what to do with that. We've got the Three of Wands coming up, okay? So it looks as if like we've maybe got, there's something that you're maybe kind of expecting here, okay? So you're waiting for, I feel like for some of you, you're waiting for news to come in. And again, I feel as if this could be news from family, friends. It could be like a job offer, a study offer. It's kind of like, what are you going to do next? It's like you're expecting something to fall into your lap. I feel like maybe there's too much expectations on other people, okay, family-wise. Perhaps you are depending on other people to make you happy, to fulfill a certain role for you. Instead of realizing that you need to make yourself happy, and that other people's actions, they can like be the reason that you take a certain course of action, okay? You need to be responsible for you. You need to make yourself happy, okay? You need to make yourself happy. So that I feel like this Three of Wands energy is about taking that action to make yourself, you know, making yourself happy, because I feel like with the Ten of Cups and the Three of Pentacles in reverse, you're going to be waiting a long time for any kind of positive change. You need to be the person that makes that change, okay? The Eight of Wands, okay, I feel like maybe like this could be causing a bit of conflict, okay? This could be causing, what I'm feeling is like, you know how she's kind of, in this card, she's kind of like, it looks as if she's doing kind of magic, but like, it looks as if like, you know, it's all kind of getting carried up in this tornado, okay? So perhaps this taking action is going to spark off a lot of people who are going to have an opinion about what you're doing. Perhaps it's going to cause a bit of tension, some arguments, but you know what? Things are going to start moving, okay? I do see a little bit of chaos energy when you decide that you're going to take action, okay? But don't worry about it, because you're taking action to move things along. You need to clear space for the good things that are going to come into your life, okay? As we come to the end of the month, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So this could be mother energy, this could be involving a mother, this could be, now if this is involving a mother, this could be, this could be perhaps maybe giving your mother too much control, okay? Could be giving your mother too much control, too much information. Maybe she's got too much bearing on what you do with your life and what decisions you make. Or it could be that you are moving into this maternal energy, that this is you kind of taking control of your life. Perhaps you're stepping into the role where you mother yourself, okay? Where you nurture yourself. Really take care of yourself, really nurture yourself. And the thing that's kind of coming to mind here is making sure that you're eating well, you're sleeping well. All those kind of things that you would expect like a mother to do, you're kind of doing that for yourself. It is like a really abundant energy, okay? And then we've got the Ace of Wands right next to it, which is kind of like a new beginning, okay? A new passion, a new beginning, a new chapter starting in your life. It's something that you are passionate about. For some of you, this is, again, a different message, not going to resonate with everyone. I feel like perhaps your mother's blessing, maybe you need your mother's blessing for you to go and, you know, start something new. Maybe there is like a bit of conflict between you and your mother and the things that you love, the things that you enjoy. Maybe your mother doesn't see what you do as like whatever it is that you want to do as worthwhile, worthy, or something, you know, maybe like whatever it is that you do isn't work to them or isn't significant, okay? And again, this is all about what matters to you right now, okay? So that could be causing a bit of conflict. But the Hierophant energy is coming in at the end here, okay? I feel for some of you, you could be going off and starting something new, okay? Some of you could be starting a work course or something to do with school, like university, college, studying something new. But I feel like it's something long term. But it is going to be something that you are incredibly passionate about. Something else, it could be like a new romance coming in there for you with commitment. I do see family issues for you though. Like I feel, again, this is a specific message. For some of you, this is about getting the blessing of your parents to really allow yourself to be free and do whatever it is that you want to do. I do see you being successful. I do see new change coming in. So some of you are starting a new chapter. Some of you are getting a new job or studying something, but it is looking really long term. It does look as if there is going to be some kind of commitment there. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the crystal angel cards, and I'll have a look at your love life as well. Okay, so far all the cards that came out for you are green. We'll get to them in a second. Oh, you've got a kind of gold one as well. Okay, Moldavite. So for those of you that don't know, Moldavite is actually it's a piece of meteorite, and it basically comes from space, and it's got a particular, if you've ever felt it, you'll know that it's got a particular feel to it. It's associated with starseeds, empaths, healers, those of us that feel like we don't really belong to planet Earth, and it can bring you that feeling of being at home. But it says unconventionality, your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different to others, okay? Going back to that family dynamic I was talking about. Yeah, I feel very much that this is about you expressing who you really are and going with what it is that you really want to do, even if the people around you don't see it as worthy, if they don't see what you're doing as worthwhile. It's about expressing who you really are. You've got ceremonies and celebrations. It's in a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. So some of you could be starting that new chapter. Maybe you're graduating, maybe you're kind of going into another field, maybe like this is a celebration. But I really feel like this is about families. This is about kind of getting in touch with like the family again and the family dynamic, and you know, really expressing who you are within it, like celebrating yourself. You've also got amber. Now amber is a stone of it's actually a resin, and it's associated with prosperity, but it says give it to God, take a deep breath, and on it exhale, release the situation to God for healing and answers. So it's asking you to detach from whatever is troubling you just now. Detach, let go, surrender to a higher power. Become detached from the outcome. Let's see what's happening in your love life. Okay. Children, your love life has been affected by children. Free yourself and make the effort. Okay, so your love life is being affected by children. Might not necessarily be your children. It could be that you've got a little bit of work to do with your inner child so that you can heal certain dynamics that are showing up within your relationships. We've got free yourself. It's time to take control, back control of your life, which ties in with everything that I've been saying. And we've got make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So definitely this month we're getting back in touch with ourselves, and even if the people around you don't see what you're doing as worthy or worthwhile, know that you're unique and that you can make anything work. You don't need to kind of blend into your family. You don't need to you don't need to kind of fit a particular mold as like a mother, a father, you know, a partner, a spouse. You just need to be you. Okay, let's see what we've got from the angel answers, and then I'm going to leave it there. And we've got no need to worry. Okay, card has no need to worry. And we've got you're ready. Okay, so you're ready to take the step towards your next chapter. You're ready to make it work. Okay, Taurus, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.